I'm Karen Hayes King, and I served in the legislature many years ago. I served for 4 terms, 8 years, and then my husband died in 1979, and so I had 6 children, and I ran for the county commission so I could be closer to home. And of course I was Karen Hayes at that time, and so I was elected to the county commission, and I served there for 3 terms. And I've been fairly inactive since then, for about 16 years. I've retired. Really had no desire to go back into politics, and I just don't like what's going on now, and so I decided I could either sit home and complain, or I could come back out and try to be elected again. So here I am after 16 years. I'm out, and so happy to be here, and I understand you have questions.
My name's Don Albright. Actually, I thought I'd like to shoot a few of them since it's just you here. Number one, you said you actually sat on the county commissioners board? Well, that's very
For
impressive.
12 years.
Would this be a step down?
No, I love the legislature. Actually, that was my favorite.
Okay, you talked about the Nevada open meetings. I take it you're talking about the Sunshine Law?
The open meeting law?
Yes, ma'am?
That is where all the meetings are open to all the public.
Yes.
And I don't think it's sunset, though. I guess you call it the Sunshine Law. We call it the open meeting law. Same thing.
That's basically where they go down there in the basement. They have all those meetings where the reporters and the public is not aware of. I wasn't sure that was happening in the legislature, is it?
It really doesn't. People seem to think it does. The legislature doesn't fall under the open meeting law, I don't believe, simply because right at the very end of the session, they can't post things 3 days in advance because things are coming out, chugging out, and so they don't fall under the open meeting law. However, I served all those 12 years, and I don't think we ever had a secret meeting in the 12 years that I was up there. And of course, by law, we couldn't have it on the county commission. So I am very much in favor of the open meeting law. In fact, I was there when it was first passed and voted in favor of it.
Just real quick, I'm just looking at your literature, and you're talking about eliminating the sales tax on food. I find that very interesting. And can you expound on that, and where would you make up that lost revenue? Thank you.
Oh, no, there is no sales tax on food, and I'm in favor of that, and I was there when that was passed. And I certainly don't want to change it.
This is something you've already done.
Yes.
Thank you.
This brochure is just get to know me and what I have done in the past. There will be more coming out with my platform and what I plan on doing.
Ken Wagner, U.S. Army retired. It says here, I'm going to ask 2 questions because I get to when we come back. The first one is when you talk about gun violence, when you want to make sure people go to jail. I have a question. The people in the military, once they go to a mental hospital now, from PTSD or whatever, they lose their Second Amendment rights. Are you in favor of taking veterans' rights away because they had issues, and then once they're found and to be sane again, or recovered from the horrors that we sent them to, are you in favor of taking their rights to own a gun?
Karen Hayes King, and no, I'm not. This is when they're committing a crime. If they commit a crime with a gun, they go to jail.
So if a veteran gets, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but if a veteran gets caught with a gun and then he's been found to have been mentally balanced, that would be a crime with a gun, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So then you
and if he's breaking the law, then he should go to jail just like everyone else.
I see.
Well, don't you? I mean, seriously. Tell me how you feel. Don't you think that they can go out and commit armed robbery?
No, I mean, if he has a gun in his car, he's considered a criminal.
No.
Yes,
no.
he is.
I don't approve of that. But as I say, if he goes out and sticks someone up at a bank or armed robbery or whatever, if he's committing a crime, if he's got it in his car, then that's a whole different story. No.
Mike Murray, I'm a firearms trainer here in town, and one of my questions is if you're in favor of the open meeting law, I would like to see the open meeting law applied to the Nevada Sheriffs and Chiefs Association, since they had a firearms forum for CCW that was not recorded and there are no minutes available. Comment?
I'm very much in favor of the whole open meeting law. Have no problems. Karen Hayes King.
We got about 1 minute left.
Ken Wagner again. Do you have any plans on helping our homeless veterans or our veterans? Have you thought out a plan so we can help our soldiers that have come back? 1 minute.
1 minute. I can't say my name in a minute. I haven't really thought about it, and that's what I was hoping today, that you would tell me, what you want in the legislature. I know that they have a good federal program for veterans, pretty good, let's put it that way. I have a step-grandson that was in Iraq, and he came home with PSD and post-traumatic stress syndrome. Anyway, and I know he's been able to get benefits and is doing quite well. As for the homeless, I think that's a problem with a lot of veterans. I see them on the street corner where it has a sign and that. And yes, I would be in favor of doing something for all homeless, but I don't have a plan, truly.
Thank you.
All righty, that's the time. We thank you for coming out, Karen. And that's all the time we have for District 14.